There I was on the morning of my ninth with nearly $50,000 in cash and no stocks. As I told you, I had been very for some days, and here was my chance. At last, I know what world happened, and a full break, and then some wonderful bearing. There would be a quick recovery and big profits for those who had picked up the bargains. It didn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure this out. We were going to have an opportunity to catch them coming and going, not only for big money but for sure money. Everything happened as I had foreseen. I was dead right, and I lost every cent I had. I was wiped out by something that was unusual. If the usual never happened, there would be no difference in people, and then there would be any fun in life. The game would become merely a matter addition and subtraction. It would make of use a race of pairs with polling minds. It's the juicing that develops a man bring power. Just consider what you have to do to goose right. The market fairly boiled, as had accepted the transactions were enormous and the fluctuation unaccepted in extent. I put in a lot of selling order at the market when I saw the opening prices. I had fit the brakes were so awful. My brokers were on the job. They were on as competent and consistent as any, but by the time they execute my order, the stocks and had broken 20 points more. The tap was way behind in the market. Reports were so slow in coming in by reason of the awful rush of business. When I found out that the stocks I had ordered sold when the tap side, the price was say 100 and they got mine of 80, making total decline of 30 or 50 points for the previous night's close. It seemed to me that I was putting out shorts at a level that made the stock I sold the very bargains I had planned to my buy. The market was not going to drop. Right thought to China. So I decide instantly to cover my shorts and go long. My broker budget not at the level that had made me turn, but at the price prevailing in the stock exchange. When their follow man got my order, they paid an average of 15 points more than I had figured on. A loss of 55 points in one day was more than anybody could stand. That ticker bit by lagging so far behind the market. I was unaccustomed to regarding the tap as the best little friend I had because I bit according to what it told me. But this time the tap double crossed me. The difference between the printed and the actual price untold me. It was the sublimation of my previous unsuccess. The self something that had beaten me before it sums. So obvious now that tap trading is not enough impressive of the broker's execution. that I wonder why I don't. They see both my trouble and the remedy for it. I did was the not see it. I kept not trading in and out regardless of the execution. You see, I never called trade with a limit. I must take my chance with the market. That is what I am trying to beat the market, not the particular price. When I think I should sell, I sell. When I think stock will go up, I buy my Anderson to that general principle. So speculation saved me to have trade at limited prices. Simple world have been my older bucket shop method. Identi- Identity adapted for use in a reputable commission broker's office. I would never have learned to know what stock speculation is, but wouldn't have kept on betting on what I limited experience told me I was sure thing. Whenever I didn't try to limit the price in order to minimize the dividend of trading at the market when the ticker large, I simply found that the market got away from the this happened so often that I stopped trying. I can tell you how it come to take me so many years to learn that instant of placing picking bits on what the next few questions were going to be. My game was to anticipate what was going to happen in a big way. After my ninth mishap, I plugged along using a modified but still defective method. If I hadn't made money some of the time, might have executed market wise run quicker, but I was making enough to enable me to live well. I liked friend and a good time. I was living down the Jersey coast that summer like hundreds of proposals Wall Street when my winnings were not quite enough to offset but my losses and my living experience. I don't keep on trading the way I don't thought substance. I simply was able to state my own problem to myself. And of course, it was utterly hopeless to try to solve it. I harp on this topic so much to show what I had to go thought before I got to where I could really make money. My old Shouton and BB shot would not to be the work of a higher power repeating, replaying against big game. Early that fall, I not only was cleaned out again, but I was so sick of the game. I could not longer beat that. I decided to leave New York and try something else, some other place. I had been trading since of my fortune year, 14 year. I had made my first $1,000. I haven't was a kid of 15, and my first at then 10,000 before I was 71. I had made and lost a $10,000 stakes more than once in New York. I had made thousands and lost them. I got up $50,000 and 2 days later that went. I had no other business and no other game. After several years, I was back where I being no worse, for I had accurate habits and a stay of living that required money. Thought that part didn't bother me as much as being wrong constantly.